Chapter 34. A Visit to Mr. Stillman. Next morning, which was Sunday, Andrew lay in bed beside Christine, talking and pouring out his feelings to her in the way that he used to do. Why did I do it? Was I crazy, Chris? Oh, Chris, I'm sorry. She smiled. Actually smiled. Well, Andrew continued, we must leave here now. Sell the practice. Oh, Chris, I've thought of an excellent idea. Yes, dear? What is it? To join up with Denny and Hope. Each of us has special knowledge of a different branch of medicine. So we could do work of great value together. Honest work, not simply making money. Denny and I have always said that a doctor who works alone attempts too much. I mean, he may know a lot about one subject, but very little about another. Now, if we three work together, we can share our knowledge and provide a really useful medical service for our patients. Denny is a surgeon and can do the operations. I can do the general work of the practice, and Hope can do the scientific tests and give us advice on our problems. Christine looked at him with shining eyes. Oh, it's so nice to hear you talk like this. Oh, I'm so happy. I believe that Denny and Hope will join with me, Andrew said excitedly. He jumped out of bed and began to walk up and down the room. Suddenly, he stopped. Chris, he said, there's something that I must do immediately. I'm very worried about Mary Boland. She's making no progress at the Victoria. Thorogood doesn't understand her case. I want to take Mary away from the Victoria and send her to Stillman's new hospital. Stillman's? Yes, it's the best hospital that I have ever seen. I intend to drive over and see Stillman today and try to persuade him to admit Mary. Will you come with me? We'll leave as soon as you are ready, she said. When he had dressed, Andrew went downstairs and wrote long letters to Denny and Hope. Then, after a light meal, he and Christine drove to the Chiltern Hills. It was a long time since they had been so happy together. They reached the hospital at 3 o'clock. Stillman gave them a warm welcome and showed them round his hospital, which, though small, was comfortable and full of modern equipment. After this, they had tea with Stillman, and Andrew made his request. I want to ask you something, Mr. Stillman, he said quickly. Will you take over a case for me? A girl with tuberculosis, in its early stages. She's the daughter of a friend of mine, and she's making no progress at the Victoria Hospital. Stillman smiled. Surely you don't want to send me a case? English doctors don't recognize me. Remember that I have no medical qualifications. I cannot be trusted. I am more likely to kill than to cure. Andrew did not smile. Please don't joke, Mr. Stillman. I'm serious. I'm very worried about this girl. I'm afraid that I have no bed for her, my friend. I have a list of women who are already waiting to be admitted. Although the doctors don't like me, some people— But, Mr. Stillman, Andrew interrupted, I was depending on you. If you don't admit Mary, she will never get well where she is. Stillman leaned forward and helped himself to a piece of cake. I see that you really are worried. All right, I will help you, he promised. Bring Mary here next Wednesday and I will find her a bed. I will do my best to cure her. Andrew's face brightened. I can't thank you enough. Then don't try to, said Stillman.